Fantasy Life I is finally here, and if you're just starting your cozy island adventure, I've got 10 essential tips to make sure that you don't waste time and have the best start possible. Hey cozy gamers, it's Abdallah here, and I've been deep diving into Fantasy Life I, the girl who stole time. Now, whether you're a 3DS veteran or a brand new player to the series, here's how to get ahead fast without the grind. So stay tuned for the top 10 tips. Tip number 1 is to unlock all the lives early. As you can see over here, these are all of the 14 lives, and you'll be able to get them all throughout your entire time with Fantasy Life. Now, all of these lives can be unlocked at the very beginning of the game, but it does require you to go talk to some NPCs and do some tutorials. Don't worry, you can absolutely skip the tutorials if you played the 3DS version before. Now, keep in mind that the brand new life called the Farmer and the brand new life called the Artist, these are not unlockable at the beginning of the game, so if you're looking forward to these, keep on playing the main story and you'll get those unlocked in no time. Tip number 2 is focusing on one combat life. Now, don't spread yourself too thin. Pick one combat life and focus on it. It'll save you tons of time and experience in your gameplay. Now, of course, there's 4 of them here. You can see the Paladin wields the sword and shield, so you can shield attacks. You got to get in close, make your opening, swipe your sword. Or if you want even more bigger numbers, you can use the Great Sword right over here with the Mercenary. The next class is one that I decided to focus on, which was the Hunter, which allows you to attack from a distance with all these different arrows. You can do arrow rain, you can use paralysis arrows, poison arrows, even sleep arrows to deal some damage from afar. And if you also like the ranged attackers, you can also pick up the Magician class, which will allow you to do healing spells, attacking spells, and even defensive spells. So choose one and go all in, because ultimately what you want to do is level them up and get some of these skills unlocked. As you can see, each of these classes has a tree that you'll be able to use on all of these different skill points. Now, that being said, we want to be able to get as much of it as possible, but if you're out here ranking up Mercenary, ranking up Paladin, and ranking up Magician at the exact same time, you're gonna spread yourself way too thin. So choose one and go all in. Tip number 3 is using life synergy. Some lives go together like peanut butter and jelly. Mining gets ore, which you can use for the blacksmith in order to make weapons, and using those weapons for the mercenary or the paladin. Boom, perfect synergy. Now, another 3-life example of life synergy would be using a woodcutter to chop up some wood, in which you're going to give to the carpenter life to craft weapons for the hunter or the mage. Now, it's all connected, so keep that in mind if you're going to play the game in a way that you don't want to master all the lives. But if you're the opposite, then have at it, master every single life. Tip number 4 is tracking quests for easy rank ups. Now, I want you guys to be playing this game at your leisure. You don't have to rush to the finish line. Honestly, you can play it however you want, but don't forget about the quest tab. I want you to check this often. You'll complete stuff just by playing. Now, each completed quest over here, you can see that it is highlighted in yellow if we finished it. This one says, get howls from the grotto. I have to knock out 15 of the howls, and then once I do so, I'll be rewarded 600 star points. Now, if you take a look in the top screen over there, if you press triangle or whatever button shows up on screen, you can see over here, in order to get to the next rank, I need a lot more. I need 8,500 in order to get to Master to Hero for Hunter right over this way. So I'm going to keep on looking around and checking it as much as I can. Now, as soon as you're done with getting any of these check marks and you have enough of the points to rank up, then go visit your little Master and then rank up accordingly. Now, on this screen, you could also go over and check up on every single one of yours. So for example, if I'm looking at, how many things I need in order to rank up for Farmer, what the checkbox simulator things do I have to do? There we go. I have to use Grand Harvest 20 times to get my last thing, then I can become a hero and rank up. So you're going to be doing a lot of this stuff automatically, so just don't forget to just keep up on this every single time. And when you notice you have enough points, go over to your master and then rank up. It's awesome. Tip number 5 is spending your skill points smart. Now, every time you level up, you get points to spend on your life skill tree. Now, go over here in your main menu skill board and you'll be able to see it right over here. Your best bet is to zoom out and check out what each of the nodes do. Some boost damage, some even unlock some new abilities. Now, don't sleep on this menu. There's tons to explore, and my tips for this one would really be towards going towards whatever new moves you get. Honestly, when it comes to combat ones, you want to be able to find new charge attacks, such as this one. So start paying for the nodes that go over that way. Same thing for Magician and all the Paladins and Mercenary classes. Find all the special moves that you can unlock. Now, when it comes to the gathering classes, such as mining, such as woodcutting, angling, or farming right over this way, you want to do the exact same thing. You want to find whatever charge attacks are over there and then unlock those as you progress through your different ranks. Now, when it comes to the crafting characters, I would highly suggest doing the entire left node right over this way. This is honestly one of your first things that you want to do, is because it boosts the minigame time limit by a couple percentages, and of course it also gives you some experience boost gains, which helps you grow a lot faster. Now, the reason why you want more time for the minigames is because then you'll allow to get a lot more excellence whenever you click on those things, and more excellence means better product, multiple product at the same time, and like top quality stuff that you can sell for even more stuff. So when it comes down to cook, when it comes down to blacksmith, do this entire left node. Carpenter, the exact same thing. Prioritize on this one and then branch out to the other ones before going there. Tip number 6 is going to be selling extra weapons for Dosh. Now, if you're running low on money, now is the time to sell all of your extra weapons. Seriously, you'll collect tons of them from beating up enemies and gathering. Keep what you need and then literally sell the rest. So the first thing you want to do is absolutely go over to your equipment menu on the very bottom. It shows auto equip that you can press, or you can kind of go through over here and see what kind of weapons you actually have over here and see if it gives any plus stats. I'm equipping my perfect one right now with 591. Everything else is the worst, so I don't necessarily need those bows anymore. So go through over here with any of the shops that you have available. You can indeed filter by bows, you can filter by everything, and then over here you'll be able to see, oh, hey, heads up, I've got 2 Black Dragon bows, don't necessarily need those. Got a crystal bow over here, that's great, love to see it. So sell that stuff and then, press the sell button. There we go. I just made 7,000 Dosh by selling a weapon that I'm probably never going to use. So do the exact same thing, but of course you don't have to do just the bows. You can go through all of your different weapons over here. If you filter by, let's go rank, you'll see all the different ones that have ranks over here. Like, do I necessarily need all these claymores? No, I do not, right? Do I need all these swords of darkness? No, I do not. So sell all that stuff. This is going to be your best way to make money. And in a couple seconds, I was literally able to make over 30,000 Dosh in the game. So sell all your stuff. You don't need them. Tip number 7 is auto equip smartly. Flutter charm alert. Now, if you guys paid attention in the earlier tip, I talked about the equipment menu over here. It is super helpful. You want to be able to have the best stats possible. Now, I did mention on the bottom right over there, there's an auto equip button, which will give you the best items and set you up. So you don't have to scroll through 100 different things. It's literally awesome. So use that. But of course, if you purchase the digital deluxe version and you have the Flutter charm available, now this item right over here is exclusive to that. It gives you 10% more experience earned. Obviously, if I press auto equip right now, it's going to change up all of my equipment and get rid of the Flutter charm, simply because there's a cog brooch over here that gives me, I don't know, some other things and more stat boosts. But of course, I really like the idea of using the 10% extra experience, so like, why wouldn't you? And I got it. So keep that in mind right over here. So yeah, use auto equip to make sure that you have everything that way. And you'll also notice on the top header, this is just for my hunter life right over this way. So if I wanted to go through with my magician life, every time I turn into magician, you want to make sure that we are equipped in the correct way. So now, even though I clicked on auto equip, that one took away my Flutter charm. So just really go through every single one of your classes and just double check with auto equip and Flutter charm so that you have your best materials possible whenever you're going into those things. Because some people don't realize that even though you're maining hunter right now, as soon as you go on a crafting bench, you're gonna switch into your blacksmith outfits or your blacksmith loadout. And it could be all your beginner gear. So really focus on that and double check after auto equipping. Tip number 8 is fast traveling like a pro. Now, as we know, Fantasy Life has done awesome with quality of life over here. Open up your map and you can fast travel anywhere that you visited. Seriously, no joke. So if you open up map right over this way, if you press up and down, you'll be able to go from present to past to Ginormosia. I love the idea of clicking into a certain area like Eternia Village, zooming out and seeing exactly where you can travel to. Right over here is just the base area. You can press the R button to scroll over to the capital of Mysteria and you can see some different spots. As you unlock different caves, you'll be able to travel to them right over this way. There's some Quetzal Nest, there's the Warren Willow Hollow, Faraway Island has a warp over here, it has a warp over here. There's a lot of ways that you can travel around and kind of get used to the map so that you don't have to go there all on foot. Yeah, learn this, it's actually super helpful. Now there's 2 other ways of traveling that not too many people know about, and I'll teach you it right here. As you press the plus button, if you go to your life, or if you do the life shortcut from the, I don't know, main area, there's going to be a square button on the bottom right over here that says go to Life Master. It'll automatically warp you to the Life Master location. So if you are working on Hunter Lives and all of the different skills, you can easily come over here to your master, turn them in and rank up, which is really fun. And then lastly, there's also something called the Teleportation Gate, which is a way that you can fast travel to your last spot in Ginormosia, which is going to be a little bit later on in the game, which is the Breath of the Wild open world concept of it. So if I was over here exploring on this little island inside this huge map, like, I love using that teleportation. That really just brings me to that exact spot versus the warping over to the main nodes or to the different towers. So anyway, learn the fast travel, learn the map, and go from there. Tip number 9 is prioritizing the main story first. Now, it's tempting, very, very tempting to grind lives right away, but trust me, knock out the main story first. It's short, it's sweet, and it unlocks so much in post-game. Think of it as a cozy intro before the real adventure begins. Tip number 10 is choosing the right buddies. Buddies will join your party later, so you'll want to pick them wisely. Now, combat buddies are super fun for sure, but crafting and gathering buddies can mine giant ore deposits with you or help craft the perfect gear, so you'll want to prioritize those. Now, taking a look at your buddies in your party, there's going to be a total of 49/50 of them throughout the game. You'll be able to get all of the different ones that are for the battling ones. You'll have 3 of each of the gathering ones, and you'll have 3 of each of the crafting ones. You really want to focus on 2 of each of every single one of the lives. Now, being said, you can take a look at each of these buddies and see what kind of unique skills they have by clicking the triangle button or just whatever button shows up over there. Now, for example, Pino over here, if he gets maxed out at 5 hearts, he's going to do 20% damage when harvesting fruits, plus 30 farming. You'll notice that Butch, even though he's a farmer, he might be a little bit different. This guy does more harvesting towards vegetables. Now you also look at Royson over here. You can see over here 20% damage on leafy greens. There's a little bit more, so be a little picky and choosy when it comes to your buddies in the game, but really focus on the crafting ones and the gathering ones so that you guys can get even better excellence when it comes to making the perfect gear or, you know, cutting down that huge tree that you're having a hard time doing solo. Well, there you go, Cozy Gamers. 10 tips to get the most out of Fantasy Life I right from the start. Now, let me know which of these lives you're starting out with down in the comments below. And if this video helped you, drop a like, subscribe for even more, and check out my live streams of me going nuts over this amazing game. We'll see you on the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.